Hey y'all, Rory Cummins here. This is another segment of our builder series for this new construction house that we're doing up at Beach Mountain. We are in the sheetrock phase right now. You can see it's a mix of sheetrock and exposed framing. That is because we're going to be doing wood walls for half the house and most of the rest of the walls are going to be sheetrock, so it's a mix. You can see here the front windows just got done and some of the other walls throughout, so I just want to take you through the house. We'll talk about what makes a good sheetrock job for these guys, what to look for. I'll discuss the process and give you a little tour of the house. So here we go. All right, so we are gonna do a little walkthrough. You can see here they've completely sheetrocked this front prow of our A-frame. It is looking pretty spectacular. I'm very excited to see this finally come together with these big windows. There is still sanding that needs to happen throughout the house. So they have not finished 100%, but you can see here the insulated walls is actually prepped and ready for tongue and groove, which we're going to be putting on the walls for the wood. And then we've got it tied in with sheetrock throughout. There's the upper loft, second floor, and this is our main kitchen living area. So a couple things to point out when you come and do your sheetrock walkthrough for your contractor. Number one, did they miss any lights? Sheetrockers do this all the time. They will cover up any loose wiring that was in the walls that needed to get pulled through. I know exactly how many recessed lights we're going to be doing in our kitchen and dining room, as well as other fixtures throughout the house. So this is the things that I'm checking for. But, you know, common mistake: outlets, plumbing pipes, anything else, you know, dishwasher. You can see here, there's the range wire, there's your microwave wire. Just all of that stuff, you just want to make sure as you come through did not get covered over. It's a lot easier to figure it out right now than it is to come back later and have to figure out that you're missing a light and you have to cut open sheetrock and then either get these guys back out or try to back charge them for the cost it's going to, you know, be on your other contractors to make it right. So this is one of our bedrooms here. You can kind of see here how we tied in this little knee wall. Not the prettiest way to do it, but by code we did have to have an outlet here, and this is the way we ended up doing it in the field. So you can see there's my ceiling fan pre-wire. The other one over there is my smoke detector. And we're gonna cap all of our windows. We're gonna be putting wood moldings on the bottom of every single window throughout the house. And you can see here in the bathroom how we're gonna be doing on the tile work. We're basically just cutting out all the areas that will get tile. Instead of trying to use green board, we're just going right over with Durock. So my tile guy will be showing up soon and we'll start that. It's going to be a whole wall of tile here that connects right over from the shower above the vanity. It's going to be really cool when we're done. So here was a common mistake that happens. A lot of these sheetrockers don't want to go around open ductwork. So I got to get the guys back out to actually sheetrock this whole room. Aside from this wall, which will be tongue and groove more than likely, but either way, they completely missed this room, which is super exciting that I get to deal with that, considering they're almost done. So the process for sheetrock, if you've never done it before, it's 1 day to hang. Sometimes they will actually start mudding the same day that they hang. Oftentimes they'll come back the next day and start mudding up the first coat. And then they'll come back and they'll do a second coat. And then after about a day or two, when it's fully dry, depending on what climate you're in and what season of the year, or if they're going to put heaters in the house, they'll come back and do the final sanding. And then they'll clean up all their mess, which you can see it's pretty much mess everywhere. But that is the process. And then you can try to get into the rest of the phase of construction. It just depends if you're going to do, you know, painting first or trim and doors, and then painting. It's usually best to get your trim and doors in so that your painters can actually paint those and spray those at the same time they do the rest of the sheetrock. Here is the other bathroom. You can see they kind of cut out for the tile shower. So it's going to be a full shower pan and 3 sides of walls that they're going to be doing. And again, all this will be TNG, and we decided to wrap our windows with sheetrock, and then we'll cap them with wood on the bottoms. So I'm surprised that these guys got everything right. There was a lot of details to this house on what we were sheetrocking and what we were not, as you can see, but they did a pretty good job. So stick with me. I will give you guys another update video soon on getting into the next phase of construction. Up next is going to be the TNG on the walls. All the wood walls are going to get hung, and then I'll probably go ahead and do trim and doors, and then we'll start painting. And then from there, we'll get into flooring and cabinets. So stick with me, and if you want to subscribe, you can keep up with this as we move forward. So talk to you guys soon.